Have you ever witnessed a promising athlete fall from grace in the blink of an eye? Dillon Brooks, the Memphis Grizzlies' 27-year-old shooting guard, is a prime example of this phenomenon. In just a few short years, Brooks went from being one of the NBA's most promising young talents to a player struggling to find his footing on the court. Fans are left scratching their heads, wondering what caused this sudden downfall. In this video, we'll dive into the intriguing story of Dillon Brooks, exploring the highs and lows of his career, and uncovering the factors that may have contributed to his decline. Dillon Brooks, a seasoned 6-year NBA veteran, has spent his entire career with the Memphis Grizzlies. At the beginning of his career, Brooks was viewed as one of the most promising young talents in the league. He quickly became a fan favorite in Memphis, known for his tenacity on defense and scoring prowess on the court. However, in recent times, Brooks' performances have been subpar, causing concern among fans and coaches alike. His controversial behavior hasn't helped his situation either. In fact, it has earned him a one-way ticket out of Tennessee, with rumors of him being traded to another team. Brooks has been known for his brash and outspoken personality, often engaging in trash talk with his opponents. During the playoffs, he famously called LeBron James old and said he didn't respect anyone who couldn't score 40 points on him. Despite his bold statements, he was unable to stop the all-time scoring leader and struggled in the last 4 games of the series. It's not uncommon for NBA teams to tolerate controversial players, as long as they perform well on the court. However, Brooks has been unable to back up his trash talk with his performances, leaving fans and coaches frustrated. During Game 3 of an exceptionally accepted matchup against the Los Angeles Lakers, Brooks committed an egregious foul on LeBron James by punching him in the crotch. Thus, he was ejected from the game and left his group understaffed. To add fuel to the fire, Brooks also refused to speak with the media on a few occasions, leaving fans and analysts puzzled about his behavior. These incidents are just the latest examples of Brooks' controversial behavior, which has been a cause for concern for the Grizzlies. The team is already dealing with the odd behavior of their star player Ja Morant during this past season. Morant is undeniably one of the top players in the league, but his recent comments and behavior have raised eyebrows among fans and analysts alike. With Brooks' controversial behavior, the Grizzlies may be facing a lose-lose situation. On one hand, they risk alienating fans and sponsors who value integrity and sportsmanship. On the other hand, they risk losing a talented player who has shown flashes of brilliance on the court, but who doesn't always perform at a high level. During this season, Brooks has become one of the most polarizing figures in the NBA. He has been at the receiving end of a lot of criticism, but interestingly, this negative attention has also brought him some attention. In the last 2 months, he received the most hate comments among players, with Ja Morant coming in second and LeBron James third. According to data, Brooks was found to have the highest negative sentiment online, with a staggering 78,805. The number 78,805 is likely a count or quantity associated with the negative sentiment surrounding Dillon Brooks. However, without further context, it's difficult to determine the exact meaning of this number. It could represent the number of negative mentions or comments about Dillon Brooks found online, or it might refer to the number of negative sentiment indicators, such as dislikes, downvotes, or negative ratings associated with him. To provide a more specific interpretation, additional information or the source of this data would be required. This surpasses his Grizzlies teammate, who was also known for his frequent public statements during the regular season, with 62,422. The controversial figure of NBA history, the King, took third place with 48,838, which is not surprising given his polarizing persona. Despite the spectacular backfire during the Memphis Grizzlies' first-round playoff series loss to the Lakers, Dillon Brooks refuses to express any regret. The 25-year-old shooting guard poked the bear when he engaged in a back-and-forth with LeBron James during Game 2 of the series, which Memphis won. In a post-game interview, Brooks stated, "That's who I am. I'm a competitor. I compete." He further added that he did not believe his actions got LeBron geeked up for the game. Brooks' decision to challenge one of the NBA's all-time greats verbally was a bold move, but it ultimately led to a series of unfortunate events for him and his team. After Brooks' heated altercation with LeBron James during Game 2 of the playoffs, the Memphis Grizzlies struggled to regain their footing. In Game 3, Brooks was ejected for a flagrant 2 foul on James, and the Lakers went on to win the series in 6 games. Throughout the series, Brooks found it difficult to find his rhythm, shooting a disappointing 31.2% from the field and 23.8% from beyond the arc. The poor performance not only affected his stats, but also had a significant impact on the team's overall performance. However, Brooks' troubles didn't end there. The NBA recently announced that they had fined him $25,000 for his failure to participate in team post-game media availability during the first round of the 2023 NBA playoffs. Dillon Brooks is in this situation because of his attitude or because he's an average player with a big mouth. Despite his recent struggles, Brooks has not closed the door on a potential return to the Grizzlies. However, he has made it clear that he will not be altering his approach to trash talking if he does come back. He was critical of his role on the team, expressing his belief that he could have contributed more if given the opportunity. While Brooks may be unwilling to change his attitude, his teammate Ja Morant has acknowledged the need for a shift in the team's culture. Morant recently stated that the Grizzlies will be toning down their trash talking going forward, a move he believes will be beneficial to the team's success. Despite this, Brooks seems determined to stick to his guns and continue to do things his way, regardless of others' opinions. In light of these developments, one can't help but wonder, will Dillon Brooks be able to bounce back and regain his former form on the court? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, he'll be doing things his way, for better or for worse. As the Memphis Grizzlies opt not to retain Dillon Brooks, he could potentially draw interest from several teams in the market. Despite his recent struggles on the court, there is no denying that Brooks has the potential to be a solid contributor for any team in need of a defensive-minded player. One potential suitor that comes to mind is the Houston Rockets, who are currently undergoing a rebuilding phase and could benefit from a player with Brooks' skill set. Nick Wright, a prominent NBA analyst, has also suggested that the Rockets would be an ideal landing spot for Brooks. Several NBA teams, including the San Antonio Spurs, Utah Jazz, and Orlando Magic, are expected to have ample cap space to sign Dillon Brooks during the upcoming offseason. According to sources, Brooks could potentially earn an estimated salary of $18 to $20 million per year, which is the going rate for a top-tier defensive specialist in the league. This salary range is similar to the deals received by other prominent defensive players such as Lou Dort and Dorian Finney-Smith. With multiple teams expressing interest in Brooks, it will be interesting to see which organization is willing to make him the best offer and potentially secure his services for the upcoming season. Given his impressive defensive skills and potential upside, Brooks is an intriguing free agent prospect who could make a significant impact on any team lucky enough to land him. In the realm of sports, athletes often encounter difficulties and face performance challenges, much like Dillon Brooks is currently experiencing on the basketball court. It's important to understand that setbacks are a natural part of an athlete's journey, irrespective of their skill level or reputation. Factors such as a loss of confidence, injuries, or unexpected circumstances can contribute to a decline in performance. The path to success in sports is rarely linear. It involves overcoming obstacles and displaying resilience. Consequently, it is uncertain whether Dillon Brooks will be able to regain his previous level of excellence and establish himself as a dominant force once again. However, it is crucial for fans and supporters to maintain a positive outlook and hope for his successful comeback. By doing so, they can encourage him to emerge from this challenging phase even stronger, more determined, and accomplished than ever before.